Hello everyone, welcome. I'm back with another video. Whew, it feels like it's been a while, but it's not been a while. It's like last week. Anyways, welcome to my second album overview. I should probably clear up with these things. This isn't all going to be new albums, because right now, there's not much coming out that I want to listen to. So some of it might be stuff I've missed, some of it might be stuff that I just kind of discovered recently. It's just kind of albums that I've been listening to. There is one new album on this list though. I'm going to cover four albums today. I'm going to start off with the one that is basically just put in here for my friend. He kind of swayed me towards this album and I didn't think I'd like it, but I actually quite enjoyed it. It's The Streets original pirate material. And I'm probably not going to talk about these albums too much because I want to kind of get through it, because the last one is going to be the longest one for sure. But The Streets original pirate material, what can I say about it? It's kind of, I don't want to get it wrong, but it's kind of UK garage, I guess. Kind of, sort of not hip-hop. It's more like kind of generic British kind of guy rapping over some electronic stuff. It's good. I enjoyed it. It's a long kind of, it's sort of a concept thing. You can see a general theme running throughout. It's about, you know, a guy's life in, you know, London or Birmingham, wherever he's from. And I quite enjoyed it. I don't know what else to say about that. My favourite songs on the album are Who Dares Wins and the first track, Turn the Page, which is a really kind of epic build-up sort of thing. But yeah, he's slowly kind of polluting my mind with this kind of UK rap stuff, and it's just like, leave me alone. But hey Tom, I know you're watching this, so thank you for showing me this album. I have been enjoying it. Anyways, second album, didn't really want to talk about that one too much, because what do I know about UK garage and grime and rap and hip? I don't fucking know. I honestly don't know anything. Second album, this is a big one for me. This one came out last year, but I didn't even know about it. It just went under the radar, I suppose. But I recently found out that they're playing in a town near me, in a kind of a very local venue. And I didn't even know, because it's not on any websites. I found out because my friend showed me, and it's on like C-Tickets, but it's not on their website, it's not on their Facebook. I just put it on Last.fm because there wasn't any more listing on there. But it's the Levelers' new album, or just Levelers. I call them the Levelers because it just seems better. Static on the Airwaves. I don't know what to say much about it because it's nowhere near as good as their debut. But then again, nothing is. Songs from the Underground is probably my favourite that they put out recently. But this album isn't too bad. It's kind of like a step back to what they used to be like, and it's kind of a mix of their old stuff and their new stuff. They've got a lot of folky goodness going on, but I don't know. It's kind of like a bit disappointing because I was expecting a little bit more when I found out about this album. But it's kind of, they know that they have done their best stuff in the past. You know, they still tour with the songs from their original album that was, Sell Out and One Way, The Game, You Lost the Game. It's a good album. It is a good album. I enjoyed listening to it, but I can't say it's anywhere near the level of best work. It's for sure just an album that they've just put out. It's there. It fits nicely into what else they've been doing. It's got a lot of folk kind of themes in it, still all the violins and all the, if you like the Levelers, you'll like it. If you don't like the Levelers, you might not like it. But if you're looking for something that's not as funky, I guess is probably the way to say it, the bass isn't too prominent in this album like it was in, I don't even remember the name of the album, it's probably up there above my head or on my face right now, but that album had a lot of things, a lot of bass going for it. The funky kind of bass riffs were kind of what made the songs good. Well, what made the songs good in a way. Whereas this album doesn't really have that, but some of my favourite songs off the album, as doing the others, is Mutiny. Mutiny was a very good song, and it kind of stood out because it's like in the middle of the album, but it is very, the vocals were just awesome on that. And the second track, We Are All Gunmen. I think that's what I wrote down anyway. We're All Gunmen. It's a very cool intro kind of track. The first track is the intro track, but then the second one is the actual intro track, so it's the first proper song on the album. And it was good, it was very good. It felt very kind of sing-along-ish, kind of folky, happy music. Apart from that, I don't know what else to say about this album. Check it out if you want. It's got mixed reviews so far, but I like it. It's quite good. Am I writing stuff? Am I writing stuff? Should I be writing stuff? We'll get to that at the end. I'll write stuff at the end. Anyways, third album is Jeremy Irons, The Rat Gang Malibus. Woo! That was a long ass name. Whereas these guys I actually liked a while ago when they brought out the album last year, and I liked them leading up to the album. Actually, I found them through another band called Grand Island, which is kind of a folk, kind of psychedelic rock, indie, kind of mixed into one. They're a very good band. Check them out. They're awesome. Whereas this album, Bloom, came out last year, and I haven't talked about it, and I really do want to talk about it because I finally got back into them again recently, and I started listening to that album over and over, and I thought, wow, why was I not like loving this album as much as I did back then? And I realise now it's just this awesome kind of psychedelic rock, kind of 70s inspired, but sort of not 70s inspired. It does something new while also taking all the good stuff from the 70s psychedelic rock bands. And I think it kind of, there's such a different band to anything I've ever heard. They have this kind of, lots of songs like the Elephanta and Skin Deep are all kind of very mellow psychedelic rock. You could probably fall asleep to it. It's very, very mellow, and the vocals kind of soar above everything. The guitars and stuff are being very mellow in the background, and a lot of 70s tones. So 70s psych rock, it's unreal. And then even the drums are very mellow, and then you get the guy's vocals over the top, and he's got some mad pipes on him. They're just soaring. And it's a good album. It's a very good album. If you like sort of 70s, if you like Graveyard in particular, there's another band I could probably send in that direction, then you'll definitely love this album. It is probably one of my favourite albums of last year. And check it out. It's awesome. Psychedelic, 70s, funky, mellow. Just put it on while you're doing something and you'll just be so fucking chilled. It's unreal. Anyways, favourite song? Obviously it's got to be IAOA. That song is the catchiest motherfuck. Man, it's just... whew. And the title track, Bloom, as well, which is after that song. Middle of the album is just the most perfect blend of everything. So good. I love that album to bits. Anyways, last album I want to talk about, I actually have CD form for you. It's the new 6 Feet Under album. Didn't want to do a review of it because, if I'm honest, this album bored the shit out of me. And I did not pay attention much to it, if I'm honest, bad. I thought if I did a review, I'd probably end up not being able to talk about it too much, because it's incredibly boring. I should probably say about the digipack, right? When I first found it, it's got this kind of digipack sort of thing. And the disc, I almost broke the disc taking it out, and I didn't really have to push really, really hard, because I don't buy CDs, hardly. I'm a vinyl person. And I was trying to get the booklet out, like the inside here, and I was like, fucking hell, this is so awkward, and then realised that it actually does come out this end as well, so that's a bit weird. But yeah, it tells you who's in the band and everything, and the booklet's kind of meh. It's glossy. It's glossy. It's just got lyrics in it. It's literally just got lyrics in it. And the front of the thing is so weird, and I don't understand. It looks a bit like that Testament cover. Anyways. Go back in, come on. That's what she said. Yeah, it's a oh shit, I didn't not the camera there. It's an okay record. Record, CD, album, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I'm on the edge about it because the first couple of songs, the intro is dark and just I was freaked out by the intro, and then it's neuroosmosis. Don't know what that means. Brain shit moving in your brain, I guess. I don't know. And Prophecy is a really good song. Chris Barnes' vocals are really bad on this album, I should say, and they're just fucking... I don't know what's happened to Chris Barnes. He's so off the rails. I mean, he's a total dickhole for a start. I was actually kind of annoyed that I gave money in some way to Chris Barnes buying this album. Even though I know some of I'm sure other guys from 6 Feet Under are nice guys, except for Chris Barnes, who is a fucking knob jockey. But yeah, Prophecy is a really good song. The vocals are okay on it, whereas the rest of the album, I think his vocals just kind of started to get really samey, and he's lost the ability to just do the high stuff like he used to do in the older 6 Feet Under records. And I think, whereas this album goes, it's an okay 6 Feet Under record. Like, it's the first good 6 Feet Under record I could recommend in a long time. I mean, I haven't heard a good album come from these guys in a fucking while, since their early stuff anyway, that wasn't just mocked to high heaven because of zombie videos or, you know. But if you like 6 Feet Under, you'll definitely like this, because it's very reminiscent of their older albums. Whereas, you know, the newest stuff is usually quite shit, and honestly. But it's not an album I would recommend to death metal fans, and well, yeah, maybe it would. If you like death metal, you'll probably like this album just for the kind of sheer death metal sound. But it kind of doesn't fit into the old school death metal. It doesn't kind of fit into the new kind of era technical death or new. The new Suffocation album is better than this. That's all I'm going to say. Go buy the new Suffocation album and don't buy this. It's not very good. I don't like the cover though. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's all like weird and swirly and shit. I might give it another shot when I'm in the mood for some death metal, but apart from that, my favourite songs on the album are, as I said, Prophecy, and the song in the middle, called Fragment, was really good as well, but the rest of the songs were just kind of like, I was just sitting there with my headphones on, just kind of like, is this the same song? Is this the next song? I don't know what's going on, and I don't like Chris Barnes, his vocals bore the crap out of me. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. This is an okay album review. I should probably go do some ratings for these now. The Streets original Pirate Material, I will give a 6 out of 10. It's a good album. I don't particularly find myself listening to it quite that much, and I probably won't listen to it again. Even though it's quite fun in a Skype call with my friend Tom to just kind of go, original Pirate Material, you're listening to The Streets, look down your aerial, you know. The level of this album, I'll give a 5 out of 10. It's okay. It didn't really have anything going for it. It's nowhere near as good as their early stuff, for sure. The Jeremy Irons and the Rat Gang Malibus. You guys need to fucking your name is so hard to pronounce sometimes. Jeremy Irons and the Rat Gang Malibus. I'll give Bloom a 8 out of 10. It's really that good. It's just the most cool kind of psych chill album. It's the best album I heard last year for sure. Anyway, apart from maybe like the new Napalm Death album, which was insane. And this album, I'll give you a 5 or a 4. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to kind of rate it. I don't want to rate it like really low just because I didn't enjoy it. Because it does have some stuff going for it that you know, the newer stuff from them didn't actually have. So if you kind of want to relive the old moments of 6 Feet Under, this might do it for you. This might not do it for you, depending on what you like. But I'm going to give it a 4.5. Can I do that? Can I give it a 4.5? Is that allowed? It's probably allowed. Out of 10, because it was just boring me relentlessly. It was really cheap as well. I didn't understand why it was so cheap, considering it's like a digi kind of book thing. They're usually quite expensive, like £10-12 in HMV, but it was like £9. I was like, oh, okay. £9 for a digibook from 6 Feet Under. I haven't heard this album. Didn't even know it was coming out, and I saw it, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll do it. I'm waiting for my vinyl copy of Earthrocker as well, because I was going to buy it on CD, but I want Gap vinyl. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching on this snowy Friday here in the UK. See you next time.